I'm here because I need your help, and also to offer you mine. The world isn't good enough yet, and I can't fix it without you. You're all finishing a huge part of your journey, and I know that you're imagining the million ways that your lives are about to change. But let me assure you that there are a billion more you haven't even considered yet. When you leave this place, you'll be confronted with new challenges, new setbacks, new goals, new friends, new success, new power, new weakness. But you've been prepared. This place, Randolph School, has prepared you for everything in front of you because it's taught you something incredibly powerful and far-reaching. Every one of your teachers has contributed: math, science, English, history, art. All the administration, all the faculty, and all the staff here at Randolph has contributed in teaching you one thing: how to break the rules. A few of you have spent enough time in Mr. Bell's office to be skeptical. That's not the lesson they're teaching us. And the rest of you might be thinking that your time here has been more about following the rules than breaking them. But I'm not talking about breaking the dress code. I'm not advocating mayhem or destruction. You could have learned that on your own. No, the rules I'm talking about are the ones that get in your way. When your ambition comes up against the history of what people have done before you, it might be easier to tell you no, that's not allowed. You can't do that. The rules protect us from doing things the wrong way, but a lot of times they also keep us from finding a better way, from exceeding the limitations of our past. But not at Randolph. Randolph taught me how to break the rules by respecting me, by treating me like an adult, and by acknowledging that I might have something to add. Other schools might have asked me to get in line because they can't handle exceptions. But Randolph is all about exceptions. You did not get a one-size-fits-all education. Randolph is incredible because it has an administration, a faculty, and a community dedicated to helping you chart your own path, to making you exceptional. This is not a factory for standardized test takers, or a gauntlet for all-star athletes. This, Randolph, has been a place for you to experiment, to reach higher, to challenge, and to fail. Because there will be much of that in your life, both the reaching, experimenting, and the failing. This place has taught you to keep trying anyway, to pick yourself back up, and go back after the challenge you're against. So now you're becoming alumni. You're leaving the training ground and entering the battlefield. Experimentation, we're safe here. And experimentation and challenge, we're safe here. But the world outside may not be as forgiving. You've been prepared, but the teachers who helped you here cannot follow you into the next stage of your life. Luckily, your peers can. You are not alone in your training as rule breakers, and you will not be alone once we unleash you onto the world. I'll linger on this point for a moment. No matter what the next step of your journey looks like, you'll be bringing everyone here with you. I know that not every one of you is friends, and you never will be. That's okay. But they will be your ally. Everyone in this room will be your ally when you need it. When I was a junior in high school, my dad was trying to explain this to me. I'm not sure why he used Greg Ammon as an example, but I remember him specifically telling me, you may not be close to Greg Ammon today, but if in 10 years you find yourself alone in Russia and you stumble upon Greg Ammon, it'll be your best friend. If in 50 years you're on the moon and you stumble into Greg, it'll be like finding your brother. I didn't believe him at the time. I thought I had missed my chance to get to know Greg, and that meeting him in a faraway country or moon would actually be pretty awesome. Then Greg and I both moved to LA after we graduated from Randolph, and we put my dad's theory to the test. I want to pause before I get to the punchline of the story to tell you that I'm not making this up. My dad actually used Greg Ammon's name, and then the two of us actually moved to LA. Sometimes parents have a sixth sense for I told you so's. When I moved to LA, I began getting comfortable at school and finding my bearings on campus. But it wasn't long before I realized how much I had left behind, how much history I had stepped away from, and the relationships I had here. I was making friends, but something was missing. Greg invited me to get dinner with him about halfway through that first semester, and I can't tell you how great it felt to slip back into the stories and people that I had shared in high school. My dad was completely right. I thought I had missed my chance to make that connection with Greg. But the connection we made in high school was powerful. We just hadn't realized it because there were so many powerful connections around us. The web of connections between all of you is so dense that it's hard for you to feel it. It's only after you step away from this place that you'll realize how much you share with one another and how permanent that bond is. And the coolest part of that is that all of the people around here are going to go on to do amazing things. You're going to be so proud of them for pushing boundaries and succeeding in fantastic ways. You're going to be so excited to be a part of the same thing, because this is a community worth being a part of. But it's not just about how cool everyone else is. The other half is how much they're going to help you do your amazing thing. I'm telling you to break the rules. I'm telling you to reach far. And that's scary. If you're doing it right, it's going to make you uncomfortable, afraid, and it's going to be really, really hard. This is your safety net. The incredible group of people around you are going to push you to stretch further than you thought you could go, but will also catch you when you fall. By tying yourselves to one another, you ensure that when you slip, the bonds can support your weight. These are the people you will turn to when you need help, and you will need help. When you leave the beaten path to do something better, it might feel like you're alone. When you're in the jungle chopping at weeds and fighting for every inch you move forward, it might look like no one is with you. But just when you're sure the path is uninhabited, you'll take a step forward, pull a branch from your face, and see one of these familiar faces. Not only are these friends and classmates on your side, but all of us who came before you are waiting too, expecting you, hoping you'll join us. Like I said, we need your help. We have at least a little bit of a head start on breaking the rules, but we haven't fixed everything yet. We're all looking for more good rule breakers to help us push farther and move faster, and we know that this is an incredible community to draw from. You will not be handed a perfect model universe to play with. We can't give you the world you want because we haven't been able to build it yet. Instead, you'll find paths that are well-worn but completely wrong. You're going to have to challenge things that other people take for granted. You'll be faced with huge problems that most people can't even see. But this Randolph community will be working with you every step of the way. Today is a time to celebrate. You've accomplished something incredible. But it's also a time for challenges. I challenge you to embrace the people around you as your safety net. Know that they will be here to catch you, to help you, and to make your journey easier. Count on them, and push beyond your comfort zone because you know they are here. I challenge you to keep breaking the rules. Congratulations, class of 2013. Can't wait for you to join us.